What's up, guys? Welcome back to another virtual Vino vid. I am Mark Saturno, and today we're taking you on a trip to Austria via the Adelaide Hills with the KÜHL Grüner Veltliner 2018 vintage. Grüner Veltliner is the most widely planted variety in Austria. It could be considered their national grape, and we thought back in 2007-ish that it would really have a home in the Adelaide Hills if we just knew where to get it from. And there were some lovely people at a vineyard called Harndorf Hill. What's up, Mark and Larry? And they had already gone through the process of bringing a few clones of Grüner Veltliner into Australia, went through all the right processes, and God bless them, they didn't hang on to it for dear life and say, this is ours. They agreed with us that this should be something that the whole Adelaide Hills can get around and really sort of stamp their authority on. So they brought these 3 Austrian clones in, which are very, very unique, and propagated them first, got a vintage under their belt, and then wanted to have some test sites to see how they worked throughout the hills. We were one of those first sites, and we planted it in 2009, I believe, and we've been producing it for the last 5 years, and it has just become the Adelaide Hills variety that really stands out as far as us blazing a trail, doing really exciting things. The great thing about Grüner Veltliner is you can do a lot with it. It's almost like Chardonnay, is that it's pretty uninteresting when you are tasting it on the vine, but in the winery is when it really, really comes into its own. You can do it specifically in Austria. They bring it down to 3 styles: Steinfeder, Federspiel, and Schmargd. I am not making those up. They are actually the 3 terms that the Austrians use to articulate the styles of Grüner Veltliner that they make. Steinfeder is the grass that grows in the mid-rows of the vines, I believe. Federspiel is named after a falcon, and Schmargd is named after a lizard. Steinfeder is the lightest, freshest of the styles. Federspiel is kind of the next level up. Wines of character with a bit of texture, but still lovely and fresh. But Schmargd is where the serious stuff happens, and that is skin contact, barrel fermented wines, etc., which the Austrians are very, very proud of. Our Grüner Veltliner kind of sits in the Federspiel style. We give it a little bit of solids contact, but ultimately let the fruit try and do the talking as much as we possibly can, because the fruit can really give you some of those, a little bit of grapefruit zest, but a bit of root vegetable and rolling tobacco, really interesting kind of aromas, sort of savory, almost sort of green pepper characteristics, which people go, oh, and a white wine, that sounds terrible, but it's actually really lovely. And on the palate, it's really quite chalky. And sort of really nice and grippy and dry. A really great food wine. The Austrians would argue that is the food wine, the best food wine in the world. They drink it with Wiener Schnitzel, so it's not a white wine that you should just have with seafood or vegetables. Poached white meats, etc., is really great for this wine. 2018, I think this was 93 points Gary Walsh, 92 points Max Allen. It's got some really, really good scores behind it. It's got a good pedigree. It's our 5th vintage, as I think I remarked upon before, and it's just drinking beautifully. The great thing about Grüner Veltliner is you do not have to drink them the year they're released. They can be laid down, and their complexity will just be enhanced, almost like a Riesling, which I believe they are kind of related, but I wouldn't know the entomology of all the grape varieties. That's way beyond my pay grade. Anyway, drink well, stay well, enjoy Grüner Veltliner from the Adelaide Hills. I think that now, actually, the Adelaide Hills is the largest growing area for Grüner Veltliner outside of Austria. So we are kind of the new world region for Grüner Veltliner. I think there's 20 growers and about 15 different styles, or maybe it's the other way around. But we're really doing great guns with this variety. Check it out. They're starting to get some more styles. Enjoy. Peace.